Hi, it's me, Zayful Beeblebrox, the British Tech Guru. Welcome to part 2 of making my metal bending, folding, whatever machine. I've got the basic thing here, and I just need to possibly put some bolts here. I haven't made my mind up yet. What I do have to do is to cut a couple of shims that will allow me to step the metal that I'm bending, because I want to put a step in it. Not a big step, but enough of a step to make it all function properly. I have my steel strips, and the plan is to put one there and one there, approximately, with the aim of there being a gap between the two, just like that, and mounted on these so that when I squeeze the sheet, it will form around over this one and under this one to make a little step. That's the plan anyway. And I now have to attach the strips to the bars, and that's going to be interesting. I'll see how that goes. The two spacing shims have been welded to my metal press, whatever it is. I don't know what to call it. It's going to put a step in some metal, and if I turn it over, it's still quite warm, you can see what I've done. Oops, there we go, you can see what I've done. I've got that a little bit more than halfway, a little bit less than halfway, and the same. Ooh, that one really is hot. And there, which will allow me to clamp the metal, and it bends automatically, puts a little step in it. So we'll just have to see how that works. I have the folding line drawn on my sheet of metal, and the first bar is underneath, and I'm going to put the second bar on top and then clamp them together, and we'll see what happens. This should be interesting. I had a go at it, and you can see a little bit of deformation just there, just a little bit of deformation. You can see a little bit of deformation there, but nowhere near enough. That's what the tool looks like again. My estimation of what went wrong is that the G-clamps were not enough. They were not sufficient. It could be that these bars were twisting, but I doubt it. I think the problem is I was not able to get sufficient force. So what I'm going to have to do now is to weld something to this, the longer on both sides, so that I can apply a lot more force. Maybe need another one of these bars, maybe another two, I don't know, and make the ends a lot bigger so that I can apply a lot more force on both sides. I was just not able to apply, I think, the force needed, but I was seeing deformation and it was clearly working. Whether these 1/8-inch thick steel plates are thick enough, I do not know. And they're definitely stiffened with these, so I shall just have to see what I can achieve next. I'm clearly going to need more steel, and I'll probably put some bolts this time, because I can get bolts really tight. Bolts and long arms, so I can apply a lot more pressure on both sides. So it hasn't been a total failure. I've learnt a lot, and this piece of metal is going to get a step in it eventually.